So Devin Booker is going to be the head of the shooting guards to watch for this upcoming season, in my opinion, because we've seen him be really good with not much around him, and now he's got a decent amount around him, right? He's got the number 1 overall pick, DeAndre Ayton. His young teammates are a year better. He's got Trevor Ariza. There's Ryan Anderson now, so this team should have some decent shooting around it, when in the past, pretty much all he had was TJ Warren and Troy Daniels for guys who can make shots. So Devin Booker is going to have an easier time getting himself looks. He may even have some looks actually created for him, and I don't know if that's happened consistently in his NBA career yet. So basically, there's reason to believe that he's going to build on his third season where he already put up 25 points, basically 5 rebounds and 5 assists. I think his efficiency could be a thing that improves because his field goal percentages have been kind of rough, although he has made up for it with his 3-point shooting and his free throws. But still, perhaps he won't have to force up as many bad shots. I could picture his playmaking improving as well, and hell, maybe he'll play a decent amount of point guard this year for the Suns. I don't know, but if you are ever thinking that he's going to make some all-star teams, and a lot of people believe that, this season could be the first one. Buddy Hield is in a bit of a different situation than Devin Booker, where he's definitely got talent, and I have hopes for him because when you can shoot, there's always potential for you to put up points, right? But now that the Kings have so many wing players between Hield and Bogdanovich and Justin Jackson, and is Buddy going to prove that he is the best of those three? As of right now, I would look at Bogdan as being a superior player to Buddy Hield, but it's a matter of finding out. I think Marvin Bagley being here is going to help him because the defense is going to collapse on him around the basket, and that should get Buddy some open looks. De'Aaron Fox is a pretty okay playmaker, and Bogdan's not a bad passer himself, so the tools are there for Buddy to get open and then knock down those shots, and I am confident he can do that, but it's also like, is he going to be more than just a spot shooter, you know? I mean, he's already had moments of like going off the dribble, finishing inside, pull-ups, and things like that. Can you just get to another level? Because if he's not able to be like a really effective scorer like that, I don't know what his value in the NBA really is. Like his defense, his rebounding, his passing, it's all just kind of whatever. His calling card is putting the ball in the rim, so we'll see what happens with him. Next up, we have Tim Hardaway Jr., who the Knicks are generously paying, hoping that he can be a source of offense. His handle is intriguing. He can definitely create his own shot, and he's been efficient at different points of his career, mainly his time with the Atlanta Hawks. And now that he's got David Fizdale as a head coach, who's pretty decent when it comes to the X's and O's, I would say, perhaps Hardaway could find himself just some better opportunities to score, because I think last season the deck was really stacked against him to be an efficient player for the Knicks, because while Porzingis was playing great, they didn't really have like a real system towards their offense or anything. So, you know, if you've got Hardaway moving off the ball the way that Fizdale did a little bit with Mike Conley, then that could help Tim out. Also, Porzingis not being there to open up the season, it'll definitely give him more shot attempts. Whether it's actually good for him, I don't know, because the defense will be able to collapse on him more, but still, I mean, the talent's there, the money is there. Now it's just going out and proving that Tim Hardaway Jr. can be, I don't know, what's the hope for him? A high teens, low 20s kind of dude who can put up about 4 or 5 assists a game? Or is it more of a Jamal Crawford, J.R. Smith kind of a guy? I don't know. Now, I think Zach LaVine's situation actually mirrors Hardaway's a lot, because they're both making probably a bit more than they really should be for teams that are not really that good, but they do have some decent expectations to like step up this year. And LaVine, similar to Hardaway, is a guy who likes to shoot the ball. The difference being, at least I've seen Zach be an efficient scorer throughout his career. I mean, his last year in Minnesota Sure, it was only about half a season, but the dude did put up a true shooting percentage of like 58% on basically 20 points a game, or 19 a game if you want to get technical. So even if the all-around game is not there, LaVine still has like something he can be, right? So with him, I think it's, can you just be as good as you possibly can be at that specific play style, you know? I mentioned Jamal Crawford a second ago for Hardaway. Perhaps LaVine can just be that kind of a guy, or what Isaiah Thomas was expected to be before he went to an astronomical level with the Celtics. Well, hopefully he does, because the Bulls are paying him like they want him to, and they've got him for a few seasons, and they are desperate to look like a real basketball team, and their young core is definitely interesting, and LaVine's going to be shooting the ball a lot. Finally, Dion Waiters. I don't know if anyone really knows who the real Dion Waiters is. There are many different versions of him. There's OKC, where he was really antsy playing off the ball. There's Cleveland, where he didn't know how to coexist with Kyrie Irving. There's different Miami Heat versions of Dion Waiters. There's second half of 2017, where he was probably one of the best players in the league, period. I haven't looked at the actual numbers or any of that, but that's just what I'm going off of, as that Heat team went on a ridiculous run where they unfortunately didn't make the postseason, but they got really close. But then we had this previous year, and he was nowhere close to that. So I don't know. Is he going to make the crazy step back threes that he attempts that no one wants him to shoot? Are his ill-advised isolations going to actually go in? Is his over-dribbling going to result in good things for the offense, or is everybody going to be looking around going, what the hell are we doing right now? I mean, the Dion Waiters experience, all of that comes with it. What you hope for is that the positive outweighs the negative, and through 2 years with the Heat, 1 year was positive, 1 year was negative. Going into the third season, I don't know what the hell we're going to get, but it's going to be pretty damn fun to watch.